Did you know that there is only 2 days left from the day this video is going live to grab yourself a Jamie plushie if you want one? No pressure if you don't. If you're watching this after the 26th of March, so then I'm afraid they're gone forever, never to be sold again. If you're interested, there is a link in the description box, but again, no pressure, just if you want to check it out. Hey Spuds, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, first video, I don't know, but welcome back either way. I hope you're going to enjoy it here. Yeah, today, I hope you're going to enjoy it here. Today we're looking at transphobic TikTok. I nearly said Twitter. That's another video. Today is the turn of TikTok. There's quite a few transphobes on TikTok. Quite a few transphobic TikToks out there. I thought we could have a look through them, and maybe you will enjoy it because it's not all doom and gloom, because we're going to have a giggle, because to be honest, I just think transphobic arguments are so weak, they're funny. We're just going to get on with it and watch a few of them, and you can let me know what you think. If there's any more that you've seen that you'd like to see me react to, then leave a comment, I don't know, or DM me somewhere. Yeah, that'll work.
President Biden's first executive orders was to allow transgender athletes to participate in girls' sports.
This is awful. Why would you do that? He's like, oh yeah, trans women are going to be allowed to compete in women's sports. Yeah, let's just take the piss out of them. And also add fuel to the fire of the whole falseness that like cis men are just going to pretend to be women to then win sports. That doesn't happen. So making a TikTok to make it seem like that's what's going to happen, or that's what you're going to do, it's a bit strange. Also, that wig was terrible. I think I just get really confused by people who are transphobic. I don't know why that would elicit that kind of response. What? I mean, the one good thing is if you have that attitude, trans people aren't going to want to be around you anyway, so go for it, run away. It's quite useful, really. Oh, so this one is just screenshots from a TikTok. Things I will never find attractive. Okay. If you use pronouns... Everybody uses pronouns, and there's a reason why the I and you are circled. Other pronouns include me, he, she, herself, it, that, they, each, few, many, who, whoever, whose, someone, everybody, and so on. So there's a lot of words there that people can't use, and I don't really know if you're ever going to find someone attractive using that rule. If you use pronouns, I won't find you attractive. Mate, come on. Julia Hartley-Brewer accused of transphobia for saying men don't have periods.
Has a period, but also anyone who buys them. So
what do you mean anyone who has a period? So you mean women and girls?
So I just mean anyone who has uterus. Not all women.
Women and girls.
Periods.
Well, no, not all women are. No, I mean, you know, people who are postmenopausal, people, you know, women under the age menstrual age. So women and girls. We're not saying people who have periods on my show. We're saying women and girls.
Okay, well,
no, genuinely, I won't have you on the show if you're going to talk that nonsense. Men don't have periods, full stop. Women and girls.
Okay, well, I think that's quite transphobic, but...
You think that's quite transphobic? Do you know any men who have periods, Laura?
Yes. I do actually know quite a lot of trans activists.
Do you know any men who have periods?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I think trans men are men.
They're lying to you, love.
No, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that? You think men who don't have uteruses, you think men have periods, do you?
Yes, because some men have uteruses.
Some men have uteruses. How do those men have uteruses if they're not born women?
As a trans man and as a man who has experienced periods, that was hilarious to watch. To me, she just sounds really, really silly and very, like, stuck in her, I'm not going to listen to anybody else, I don't want any more information, I know what's right, I think I know what's right, this is what's right, shut up. That's what she was coming across as. She got instantly really defensive and quite mean.
No, genuinely, I won't have you on the show if you're going to talk that nonsense.
In the face of just people who have periods. What is wrong by saying that? I really don't understand, because like, it's not excluding anybody who has periods, including women and girls who have periods. It's not excluding them. Inclusive language by its very nature is not excluding people. I think the person who called in did a very good job there. Standing your ground. Yes, I know men who have periods. For some people, I think it's a case of acknowledging that this very rigid rule that some people have in their minds of like, this is what makes a man, and this is what makes a woman, and this is how you're a man, and this is how you're a woman, are no longer fully accepted and should not be accepted, because that is not the way. It was never the case. It's just now we are talking about trans issues, and we're realizing that some men are trans and some men have periods, and some women are trans and will not experience periods. And then some cis women don't experience periods for various reasons as well. So it's just accepting that trans men are men and trans women are women. And I do think that often people like this presenter, what was her name? Julia Hartley-Brewer, I do think that by them being like, oh, women have uteruses and that's why they have periods, and like men with uteruses are women, aren't you not reducing people to their parts and their genitals and their reproductive organs? Isn't that a bit reductionist of you? Some may cancel me for this, but there are only two genders. I'm sorry. Okay, why are there so many sparkles in her eyes and everywhere? Those sparkles look interesting. And why say it? You can have your belief, but like, you are almost goading people into cancelling you and trying to get a reaction. Enjoy your reaction of people telling you you're transphobic, because also, why do people act like it affects their life in any way? It really doesn't. First wave feminism, we want to be equal to men. Second wave, we don't need men. Third wave, we are men. That sums up how I feel about that TikTok. It says, follow me for more anti-feminism content. Is that both anti-feminist and anti-trans? Interesting. Third wave feminism, we are men. Because all trans men just wanted male privilege. Let's just forget that the mental health among trans people is very poor, the discrimination rate is really high, the access to medical care is very difficult. Yeah, the amount of shit that trans people get, yes, but yeah, they just chose that.
As a conservative, I might get some hate on this, but I don't care. So, I literally do not care if you are transgender, like, in the slightest. This is America, do whatever you want. I make jokes about it because I think that they're funny, but honestly, if you want to identify as a cat, that's your business. It doesn't affect me, I don't care.
Right.
I personally believe that gender and sex are the same thing. There are two genders, male and female, and they are decided by your genetics. If I see you and you look like a female, I'm going to call you she. If you look like a guy, I'm going to call you he. If I walk into the bathroom and you look like a girl, I'm not going to know any different. If I walk in and there's a whole ass man standing in there saying that he identifies as a female, you might get pepper sprayed. In regards to my friends, I try to be respectful, like people I know, I try to be respectful without compromising my own beliefs. So what I will do is I'll call you by your preferred name, because people give nicknames all the time. I'm not going against myself by calling you the name that you prefer. However, I will always refer to you by that name instead of by a pronoun.
I don't care if you're trans, it doesn't affect me. You do what you want to do. Oh, but here's my 1 minute long rant complaining about how trans people do affect my life, really. So basically, if she thinks someone is a trans woman and they're in the women's bathroom, she's going to pepper spray them, even if they're just peeing or like washing their hand. I don't understand. Also, very, very like old school disproven science now to be like gender and sex are the same thing. They're not. Really, really they're not. But okay, you believe what you want to believe. And then, so basically she's saying if she has a trans friend, not that I can see why any trans person would be friends with her in the first place. I wouldn't be. If I was friends with somebody and found out they had those views on trans people, we're not friends anymore. Just because like, I know you're not seeing me for who I am. So why would I want to do that to myself? But I've seen this used as an argument by transphobic people before, where they're like, oh, it's not bad because I'm not misgendering you. I just am refusing to use pronouns for you. For me, whilst it is not as bad as if you were just blatantly misgendering and at least you have the common decency to use somebody's appropriate name, you are still really obviously othering them and treating them in a different way to other people that you interact with because they're trans. You might think you're being respectful and there is a minimal level of respect there because you are not outwardly misgendering or calling them by the wrong name, but it is still disrespectful because you are treating them in a different way to how you treat everybody else just because they're trans. So say I was her friend, right? We were friends. She would just call me Jamie but never use pronouns for me whatsoever. That would make me feel really uncomfortable, seeing her use pronouns for everybody else and then just being like, Jamie's over there, look at what Jamie's doing. Oh yeah, don't you like Jamie's shirt? Jamie's shirt is pink today. Isn't Jamie's shirt nice? I like this shirt. Take a sentence where you are having a conversation with or about somebody and replace every instance of using a pronoun with a name. Very obvious what you're doing. So yeah, it's nice to know just how little she cares about trans people and how little they affect her life, yet she wants to go on TikTok and make a video about it wearing a Make America Great Again hat. But yeah, that is all the TikToks for today. Leave a comment down below on what you think. Send me more if there's any you want me to react to. I have some other ones stored away in a folder somewhere for the next video, the next installment of Transphobic TikTok. If you like this video, think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.